Hey SnapFlash fam! Big news from Botswana's education frontline. The Botswana Public Employees Union, Bopeu, Deputy President Nzhi Moalosi, just dropped some hard truths at the just-ended BTU Congress in Palapye, and he's not holding back. From salary injustices to the fight against privatizing schools, this is a message every citizen needs to hear. Let's get into it. Did you know that over 92% of Ministry of Education staff are stuck at the same salary level for years? And despite multiple government reports urging change, nothing's happened. Bopeu says enough is enough. So, what's next for teachers? Stay tuned. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on education, labor, and social justice across Africa. All right, let's break it down. At the 7th Botswana Teachers Union Congress, Nzhi Moalosi, Deputy President of Bopeu, took the stage with one purpose: to demand action, not promises, for teachers. Speaking on behalf of Bopeu's national leadership, he reminded everyone that education isn't just a social service, it's a human right. And right now, that right is being neglected. We've waited long enough. Moalosi didn't sugarcoat it. A special pay structure for teachers has been recommended since 2001. Yet nothing has changed. The result? Stagnant salaries. Nearly 93% of education staff are trapped at C1 top-notch. Only 2.3% make it higher. That's not just demoralizing, it's unsustainable. Teaching is a calling. Start there.
You know, the teaching fraternity in its own is a very special cadre. You will recall that in 2001, there was a recommendation by Tsabadiri Consultants which pointed out in no certain terms that teaching service should have its own separate special pay structure. 7 years later, 2008 Income Commission made the same recommendation. And in 2019, Pemadu would come, that is after 10 years, made the same recommendation that these people should have their own special pay structure in order to address the hours of work and other issues which are concerned or concerns of the teaching fraternity. I can tell you one thing. This is a special area which we need to recognize. Let me start with hours of work. The 26 days model which has not been implemented by the past government. Let me talk about stagnation. Pemand would point out that about 92.7% of employees at the Ministry of Basic Education were stuck at C1, top notch. They would then point again out that 42.3% of senior executive or senior members at the Ministry of Education, 42% were stuck at D1 top notch. Can this be allowed, comrades? And you know, this government, Dormoto Piling, has brought in so many promises. One of the things which they said, Kehori, will develop an interesting conditions of service model, where they are going to award and compensate based on skills. We are saying, let us start with the teaching fraternity. Education, in as much as we say is a human right, should be established in its special way as a fundamental human right. We also advocate against the concessions of the education sector, privatization, which is also a scare to job security. It is also a threat to a fundamental human right for every child who owns a right to free and quality education. When they said that at the PAC, we thought the podcast system would appear before us and deny it, but they have not done so. Comrade President, we wish to assure you that in your journey of leadership, to whoever you would have handed your baton to, we will join hands with you in order to advocate for fair rights and recognition of teachers in the workplace. The Ministry of Education in particular is one of those sensitive ministries. And as we advocate for an equal share of funding of education, we must do so through research and well-founded processes. Education must be funded. Education must be funded, but we need to develop a special approach to it. We need to develop research institutes. Ronako Bopeu, we are willing to offer you our support. We have an Institute of Labor and Education. Mr. Tawan, can you come over? I'll give you a small piece. We are willing to assist you in any way how. So feel free to join hands with Bopeu for any facilitation in terms of research. We can't talk about funding. We can't talk about quality education when there is no grassroots and basis for funding, for research. Halala BTU, halala.
Do you think teachers in Botswana, or anywhere, are treated fairly? Is it time for African governments to rethink how they value educators? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear your take. Education is a right, not a business. Another strong message from Moalosi. Stop corporatizing education. Privatization threatens job security and erodes every child's right to quality education. He pledged that Bopeu would stand with BTU against commercialization and offer its research institute to support evidence-based reform. Where was the UDC? While the BDP and BCP sent messages of solidarity, many noticed the UDC didn't show up. Given that UDC is the ruling coalition, their absence raised some eyebrows among the delegates.
President of the Botswana Congress Party, Honorable Dumela Nzhi, who until yesterday afternoon was supposed to be here with us. I was deeply saddened when he texted me late afternoon yesterday to say, unfortunately, I cannot be there with you. But you know, what saddened me more was that I'm actually going to deliver this speech, which had started with a very, very heartfelt message, which I feel it will be very amiss of me not to read this statement. This is the beginning of his speech for you. I shall quote, comrades. This is one of my first assignments since my return from medical leave, one which I felt compelled to honor, as education is one of the sectors that are central to my beliefs as a community leader, a legislator, and above all, a father to many in this country. I couldn't miss this for the world, close quote. In this regard, comrades, I therefore ask you, request you, and Botswana at large, to humbly join us at the Botswana Congress Party as we keep our leader, Honorable Solishando, in our prayers and pray for his speedy recovery and complete return to duty. Thank you. As I believe, if there's ever a time that a nation needed anybody, it is this time. Botswana need Honorable Solishando back in office. Comrades, your Congress theme, finance public education, advancing equity, access and quality, could not be more timely and of adequate relevance. It speaks to the heart of a national crisis that too many would rather ignore, yet one that determines the very future of our children, our economy, and our democracy. Comrades, we salute your dedication under increasingly difficult circumstances. You teach in overcrowded classrooms, manage without the most basic teaching aids, and work in schools with crumbling infrastructure. Many of you do so in rural and remote areas where access to resources and support is severely limited, and yet you rise each day with a mission to educate, to inspire, and to shape the future of the nation. You're not just teachers, you are nation builders. Every day we get to witness the remarkable results of your hard work. And I standing here today is one of the living testimony of your hard work and dedication. I schooled in St. Joseph's College, firstly, and I acknowledge a lot of the teachers that put saw me through to where I am today. You've built me and many leaders herein and beyond to the leaders we are today. And as such, you deserve more than praise. You deserve the fair remuneration, dignified working condition, and a functional public education system worthy of your selfless sacrifices. Let us speak plainly. Our public education system is under siege, ladies and gentlemen, and that we cannot ignore. Underfunding has left our schools dilapidated and teachers demoralized. Inequitable resource allocations had widened the gap between urban and rural learners. Unresolved teacher welfare issues continue to drive skilled educators out of the profession. Curriculum misalignment leaves students ill-prepared for the modern economy. And the rise of privatization threatens to turn education from a public good into a private privilege. These challenges, comrades, are not accidental. They are a result of policy choices that reflect misplaced priorities and a disregard for the fundamental role of education in national development, which I must admit are totally unacceptable, and more so for a self-acclaimed human rights government. And the BC position in all this, comrades. The Botswana Congress Party holds that education is a right, not a privilege.
We applaud the Botswana Teachers Union on the occasion of its 7th Congress of Delegates. As the Botswana Democratic Party, our relationship with Botswana Teachers Union dates for many years. Our partnership with BTU, whilst in government and as a political party, can be characterized as sweet and sour at certain times. What is paramount is that we as a party highly regard the teaching profession. We recognize that our mandate as a government and our development trajectory will not have been possible without the input of teachers right from the beginning of our republic. True to our democratic principles and our unwavering commitment to democracy, without flinching after our loss at the 2024 elections, we considered defeat and handed over power magnanimously. We strongly believe that the change of power will give Botswana a new opportunity in the history of our republic to be able to compare and contrast different governments and different parties. It is an exciting moment in our history because together with the nation, and teachers will be part of a jury that will decide the next government at the 2029 general elections. And we believe you as teachers, you will judge fairly. At least this time around, you have an opportunity.
Moalosi closed his fiery address with a message that hit home. Teachers carry tomorrow on their shoulders. It's time we respect them, reward them, and invest in their future. From low pay to overwork, from privatization fears to political silence, Botswana's teachers are demanding change. And with voices like Moalosi's leading the charge, the pressure is only growing. If you believe teachers deserve more, hit that like button, drop a comment below, and subscribe to SnapFlash for real stories that matter. Because when teachers speak up, we all need to listen.
Spent all my